Let me talk to you about how to send a prepaid return shipping label. Sometimes you might have to establish flexibility in your operations by sending a prepaid return shipping label. And so here is a summarization I want you to think about. The thing is that if you are thinking about sending a prepaid return shipping label, you have a lot of players. You can have USPS, you can have FedEx, you can have a UPS, you can even have a DHL. Okay, so this is kind of cool. Now, when you think about a return shipping label, this is actually a shipping label that's prepaid and pre-addressed. Very important, prepaid and pre-addressed. So everything is already on the shipping label. Okay, so a customer can have a seamless returns process if needed, really. So USPS can actually easily create prepaid shipping labels through USPS Click and Ship, which actually offers an easy way to create labels for customers. Okay, and FedEx and UPS offer similar ways to create a shipping label via their respective websites. So you have a lot of flexibility there when you actually go with either service. Okay, one thing for sure, when you think about a prepaid return shipping label, you are thinking about e-commerce business, but also brick and mortar business, offline business. Okay, all businesses have to face one of unavoidable situation: return items. Nobody is perfect. Something will happen. People will not like your products and they will return it. It's part of business. Okay, so when your customers are contemplating how to return a package, they will inevitably have questions about return labels. So it's important that you have an understanding of how this works with major couriers. Okay, the major couriers, the top three one, but also you have the DHL also. So basically, one thing for sure, you have a staggering 30 to 40% of all e-commerce purchases end up being returned. That's a lot. That's a lot of returns. I mean, when you think about it, 30% maximum. That's crazy. So you may run a seamless business with quality, efficiency, and diligence, but will still face returns. Again, you have to face it. That's reality. Okay. But the thing is that you can actually use the returns to your company's benefit. This is where a return shipping label comes in because it makes the customer returns simple and hassle-free, saving a lot of time and money for your company in the long run because it establishes an extra layer of credibility vis-a-vis your business, but also an extra layer of trust vis-a-vis your business, like between your customers and your business. So let me give you the details here. What is a prepaid return label? So basically, a return shipping label is actually, as I said before, prepaid and pre-addressed, right? So pretty simple. Now, prepaid shipping labels are actually a great way to process returns quickly and without any address mistakes. Because the thing is, when your customer is actually returning a product, some people might be pissed already, so it's not the same level of emotion. So things happen, like it's better to do things before the return happens. Okay, the seller can control the return cost, so because they can choose the cheapest shipping option offered. This way, the whole return process is really optimized by controlling how the product is returned to you. Besides, besides actually, a return shipping label costs nothing if used. Okay, there's no cost element here. So how does a prepaid shipping label really work? Well, pretty straightforward. So to create prepaid return labels, online merchants typically have to, if you're an online merchant, but also again, if you are a brick and mortar or merchant, you can also use the same process. What you want to do is you want to choose a courier service and shipping option according to your budget. You want to enter your business address where you want. You want to enter the business address where you want the returns to be delivered, as well as some information regarding item identification for your inventory management. Maybe you want the items to be delivered to your warehouse or uh, to another depot, but not necessarily the main office. And you have to make payments to cover the charges rather, the charges of the return shipment. So a return shipping label can be created easily with a courier service when you have chosen the courier service that you have chosen for your shipment. So you want to choose the cheapest shipping option for your return shipping in order to be conscious of your budget so that you know exactly what will happen if it were to happen. Okay. Now, there are two ways to go about ensuring your customers get a prepaid shipping label. You can send it with a shipment, or you can let the customer print it. So when I speak about sending it with a shipment, this is actually the easiest option for your customers. Just a printed return shipping label with their package, and all the customer has to do is to take the item to the courier. Okay, or you can let the customer print it. So you can also send a return shipping label by email, or have your customers download one from your website and print the label from their printer at home. Then they'll just have to take it to take the item to the courier. So let me talk to you about USPS here. How do you create a prepaid USPS shipping label? Now, the quickest and easiest way to create prepaid US shipping labels is generally through USPS Click and Ship. So this is actually the platform where everything happens. All the magic happens, if you will. So this is a platform that offers a convenient way to create USPS prepaid labels for your customers. And the cool thing is that USPS is really they have done a lot of good work during COVID. By the way, they have revamped everything. They have expanded their technological reach, if you will. So USPS nowadays offers many mailing classes for return shipping. You can get USPS return labels printed, sent, and used quickly and easily, including for priority mail and first class. So that's kind of cool because it gives you the flexibility that you need in the first place. You got to have that flexibility. So, according to the USPS, I mean the ways, the ways to provide return shipping labels to customers include basically including item in shipment to your customers. So that's kind of cool. Integrating the return tools into your website, so you can actually have, if you are a little bit technologically advanced or you have a developer in your team, you can actually integrate the return tools into your website pretty seamlessly. You can let customers print their own. So this gives back power onto your customer's hand. And you can also request one through a print and deliver label service. Okay. And so those are the four ways that the USPS wants you to really handle a prepaid return shipping label. Okay. So you can include them in shipments to your customers, integrating them, integrating the return tools into your website, letting customers print their own or request one through print and deliver label service. And again, you can pick the one that really fits your operations. I mean, what we have seen is that the easiest is to just actually include them in shipments to your customers. And, this is really the best. How do you create a prepaid FedEx shipping label? I've just explained to you how to do things with USPS. Now let's talk about FedEx. So to create a shipping label online with FedEx, you want to sign into your FedEx account, or if you don't have one, register online. You got to register to actually process the whole thing, though. FedEx is pretty particular about that. Okay. So then you want to, in the ship tab, you want to select create shipment. In the FedEx ship manager, select prepare shipment and then select create return shipment. You want to enter your business information and return package to and enter the customer's information. You want to select the return label tab from the given options according to what you need. And in select package type, choose your preferred return shipping method. Next, you have to specify the package type, whether it's a box, tube, or envelope. You have to really be granular here. And you want to review and confirm your billing information. And you want to review and confirm the shipping information also for the prepaid FedEx label, and then click the ship button to complete the process. And so now when you think about FedEx return labels, you have multiple options. Okay, so you have the FedEx print return label, you have the FedEx email return label, you have the FedEx actually express billable stamps, and you also have a FedEx ground. We have FedEx ground package returns program. Okay, so there are actually four. So when I speak about the FedEx print return label, this is ideal for medical, legal documents, and warranty services and the like. It costs you nothing until it's used, and you can easily track it. You can track the label by linking it to the outbound shipping label. The return shippers can also be offered the option of package pickup through FedEx Hold. So that this is really good from a flexibility point of view. Then you have the FedEx email return label. This is the electronic version of a return label. So you can send your customers an email with a password protected barcode. That's kind of cool. And your customers can actually can either then print the label or present the barcode at the FedEx office. And you can decide how much time the customer has until he can print the label. This way also has links that will let the customer schedule the pickup and drop off. And then you also have the FedEx Express billable stamps. So the available stamps are pre-printed labels that have your address and advanced shipping options specified and chosen by you. They are cost effective and make the management of shipment easier. And then you have the FedEx Ground Package Returns Program. This is actually a service option available in the US and Canada only. Okay. And what happens here is that you can send the printed label to your customer with their shipment and or even send it on request. And the customer then pastes the label on the package and takes it to the FedEx office for actually for return. So let me talk to you now about USPS. I mean, not USPS, UPS. So I've spoken to you about how to create a USPS shipping label, how to create a prepaid FedEx shipping label. Now let's talk about how to create a prepaid UPS shipping label. So UPS offers return shipping options, but only in the selected number in a selected number of countries. So it's not available actually globally. Okay. And so the thing is that with UPS, things are more streamlined. So that's kind of cool. So you can create and manage UPS return labels through the return shipping service called UPS Campus Ship. Everything happens through Campus Ship, and Campus Ship is kind of cool because it is really fast and is really reliable, and most importantly, it is affordable. Okay, so for UPS prepaid label generation, first select the return to and return from addresses, then the weight and dimensions of the package. And UPS offers many return shipping options. And the cool thing is you can actually pick one that suits you the most in terms of affordability, shipping time, or any other aspects that you find important. So you have a UPS return print return label. You have UPS returns plus. You have UPS electronic return label. You have UPS print and mail return label. And let me break it down for you. I want to first start with UPS returns print return label. So with this option, you can send your UPS return label with a shipment or separately on demand using this service. So from a scalability point of view, this is really cool. So what happens here is that the declared value on this service is limited to $1,000 or the equivalent in any other currency. And you can choose this service in the select service option and then enter the required product information. And you can then review the information before printing the label. So this is kind of cool because it helps you actually get things done a lot faster. And this is a good development really when you think about it. And with the UPS, the cool thing is that, again, I think I've said this before, but I want to repeat it. The company is really fast. Their return label process is really fast and very convenient too. So this is kind of cool. You can see that UPS has really invested in this process to make sure that their printed return label process is really efficient. Let me talk to you now about UPS Returns Plus, okay? And so in this service, the UPS return label is actually carried by the UPS driver when they pick up the return package from the designated address. So you can pick one of two options in this service. You can have a UPS 1 pickup attempt, and you have UPS 3 pickup attempts. Now, again, when you speak about UPS Returns Plus, of course, there is an element of geography that actually comes into play here, right? Because it means that the location has to be accessible to UPS, and the UPS has to cover it. The UPS driver has to actually cover as well. So when you think about UPS 1 pickup attempt, this is where pickup is attempted only once, and if not possible, the UPS prepaid label is left with the recipient. The declared value for this service is $99. And then you have UPS 3 pickup attempts, where basically the pickup is attempted 3 times by UPS. If unsuccessful, the label is returned to UPS, and the declared value for this service is limited to $50. So that's for UPS Returns Plus. And you also have UPS Electronic Return Label. So if you want to email the UPS return label to your customer quick, this service is a solid option. And what happens here is that your customer actually is empowered because he or she can print the label along with the receipt and view information about how to arrange for pickup. And you can select this option in the return service section, enter the product information, review and confirm the email to your customer. But please do not forget to select the receipt option before confirmation. And then you also have the UPS print and mail return label. So this service is kind of suitable for many scenarios, especially product recalls. I mean, the last thing you want is to actually be involved in a product recall, but if it happens, you want to streamline the whole process and make sure that you are taking care of your customers real fast, okay? And UPS actually helps you here because you are able to actually print the UPS prepaid label, and then UPS will mail it to your customer. So your customers. So that's kind of cool in terms of flexibility. That's really fantastic. And to use this option, select it in the return service section, enter the required item description and information, review and confirm the information. That's really important. Then you want to select the ship now button. And if you want to print the receipt for your return shipment, then select receipt while reviewing. And finally, select review and print the label. And pretty straightforward here, but the most important thing is that you are able to get things done in a very efficient manner. That's an important element to think about. Now let me talk to you about how to create a return shipping label. I mean, regardless of UPS, USPS, or FedEx, you can use actually a third-party printing platform such as ShipBob, such as EasyShip, such as you just need to have a great shipping software to kind of help you actually create a return shipping label. Okay, and this actually is applicable, by the way, for all domestic shipping returns in the United States, and in some cases you might also have a shipping software that actually covers you also for international shipments. Okay, this is so to actually create a return shipping label within any printing platform, you want to first select the shipment for which you want to create the label by clicking the checkbox. Okay, and go to more and then select the create return label option. And again, these steps are kind of similar across all shipping platforms. Okay, next you want to enter the customer information like a return address and the customer address, because the customer might actually direct you to send the like to direct might direct you to send the package back to a different address than their residential address or their primary address. Then what you want to do is, after entering the customer information, you want to enter the shipment information like weight and dimensions, and you want to select from the suggested couriers. That's an important element, okay? And you have a lot of them. Like, here you do not actually, because you're not working within USPS or UPS or FedEx or DHL, you have to choose one now, and you have to make the payment. And what happens here is that the shipping software provider will send you an email with a prepaid shipping label once your payment is made. You have to make the payment. And if you want to resend the email or download the label yourself, you can do so by clicking the options symbol in the Manage Shipment tab. And you can actually even add yourself in the BCC section of the email. So you are able to get things done actually pretty fast. It's all about you getting back power. I mean, like regaining power in the whole shipping process and really controlling things from a customer-centric point of view. So here's a preparation here. To this conversation, I spoke to you about how to send a prepaid return shipping label with USPS, UPS, FedEx, and what have you. I gave you the summarization, the details, and now the preparation. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.